Alright guys, so today we're going to be talking about thesis statements. Now thesis statements are actually the most important part of your essay. Remember, your paper cannot be completed without one. Why is this? Well, let's think of it like this. Let's say you're going on a long road trip. Alright, what do you need to keep you on track? Yes?
You need a map.
You need a map, right? A road map is what stops you from getting lost. So let's think of your essay as a long road trip. And you don't want to get lost during it, so you got to bring along a road map. And in your paper, your thesis statement is your map. So, what is this thesis statement that I'm talking about? Anyone have any ideas? No? Well, that's why we're here, to learn about thesis statements. So your thesis statement is one sentence in your introduction paragraph that tells your reader what your topic is and what your opinion on your topic is. And then your thesis is going to be supported and developed throughout the rest of your paper using evidence to support that main argument of yours. So let's go over some of the do's and don'ts, the yeses and nos of thesis statements. So they should be very clear. You want your reader to know exactly what you're talking about so they don't get lost. And like I said earlier, arguable, meaning that it shouldn't be like a fact. You should be able to argue it. It can't just be a yes or no kind of thing. You should be able to argue it using evidence. And that takes me to the next point, supportable. So your argument is supportable using evidence. If you're writing a literary analysis, the support is going to come through text, quotes, things like that. Any questions so far? Yes?
I was just wondering, how long should a thesis statement be?
A thesis statement should be one sentence. Alright guys? I'm going to go over some examples of good thesis statements and bad thesis statements a little later. So the no's now. Opposite of clear should not be vague. That's bad. Your reader won't know what you're talking about. Should also not be a summary or a book report. A book report or summary, that's not an argument. That's what happens. So that takes me to the next thing. Should not be a fact. Should be debatable. And you don't want to use words like I think or I believe. You don't want to use words like saying I think, I believe this, okay? Because your thesis is an argument, and that's what you're going to be talking about. So I'm going to go over some good and bad examples of these statements. I want you guys to tell me whether you think it's a good thesis statement or a bad thesis statement. So listen carefully. Here's my first example. In the Harry Potter series, Harry attempts to stop Lord Voldemort from taking over the world. Is that a good thesis statement or a bad thesis statement? Yeah.
I think that's a bad thesis statement.
You're right, but do you know why?
It sounds more like a summary to me.
Exactly. That's a summary. That's like a book report. Everyone can know that just from reading it. It doesn't really tell them anything specific about it. So we want to avoid that. Now here, listen to this one closely. In the Harry Potter series, J.K. Rowling uses the sorting hat ceremony as a way to demonstrate permanent personality traits. Anyone know if this is good? Yes?
I think that's good because it's an argument. It's something that you can kind
exactly.
of debate.
It's argument. It's your opinion on something. You're saying that J.K. Rowling is trying to demonstrate these unchangeable personality traits, and you're going to use the sorting hat ceremony as your support for that argument. So that's why it is a good thesis statement. So that's basically the 101 on thesis statements.
Cool.
Alright guys, now I'm going to teach you a quick little chant that can help you write your body paragraphs. If you're ever stuck writing a body paragraph, think of this chant and it'll help you get through it. Alright, so when you're starting your paragraph and your brain's working slow, just look to your thesis. It'll show you where to go. Topic sentence comes first to reveal the main point. Then comes the evidence to keep it all joined. Don't forget the conclusion, which comes at the end. Now you have a paragraph to show your best friend. Alright, now I want you guys to repeat after me. When you're starting a paragraph and your brain's working slow,
When you're starting a paragraph and your brain's working slow,
just look to your thesis, it'll show you where to go.
Just look to your thesis, it'll show you where to go.
Topic sentence comes first to reveal the main point.
Topic sentence comes first to reveal the main point.
Then comes the evidence to keep it all joint.
Then comes the evidence to keep it all joint.
Don't forget the conclusion, which comes at the end.
Don't forget the conclusion, which comes at the end.
Now you have a paragraph to show your best friend.
Now you have a paragraph to show your best friend.
Good job, guys.